See, you know what it is? It's like why I've always loved the movie Eraserhead, and like, not even so much like the movie itself, but the idea it gives me. Because, you know, a good movie should really just, its title should just be like the word that is like the definition for the movie, you know? And Eraserhead is one of the few examples of that. The Mirror is another example, you know, but anyway. And we're like 8.5. But, actually, I wouldn't know. But it's what happens is like, we have a bunch of Eraserheads around us. And like, I have a version of an Eraserhead in me, but I'm not an Eraserhead. And so when you're not an Eraserhead, you exist in this state, and it's painful to give the information away and to watch it be erased. Even by the time they're walking in and they say something like, well, yeah, like, life's a trip, and like, it's crazy, and like, you know, oh, I love talking about the various beliefs and ideas, and like, try to like manipulate people to see what you're gonna construct yourself. It's like, dude, like, so that's how like your mind just or erased and organized right there. You were trying to see for a second.
Yeah.
And you instantly went, I like to manipulate. And
I know. You know what I was thinking when you were inside, actually? Is it's interesting to think about, because one of the things, like, is that it is painful.
No, it's terrible.
It's not just painful to, like... it's not painful to, like, give away a spark of energy and then watch it dissipate into nothing. It's just painful to have the capacity to do so.
Well, it's also painful to watch yourself, like, to see yourself do it. And be aware of that phenomenon. See, that's the tricky thing.
It is, I know. It's also painful because it's painful in another sense too, because what happens is, like I said, people get insulted in this. People, like, your average person gets insulted in the assumption that, like, you're taking some sort of stance on ego, or like they're assuming that you have some sort of ego to speak about such an absurd or outlandish thing in their mind, whereas, and then they like begin to imprint this ego, and then it's painful to be imprinted upon in such a way.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that at this point is like not even. I mean, it might be thought about only when they're right in front of me, but
well, yeah, that's true.
They're just like literally like pieces of the ground. The painful thing for me is that it's the ultimate paradox, because you're actually the epitome of what you're describing, because you are aware of this sort of like secret language. It's not actually aware of secret language. You're aware of a secret like relationship to the association of language, the reception, and yet you still have to have the like onslaught of relationship to the objective universe.
And you still have to use the tool to like.
And there's the merciless possibility that it's like just the ultimate illusion, and then in and of itself, then it's you know, it's like, well, anyway, I'm like.
And the other thing is, like, you know, it's hard to say, like, obviously there is no good, there is no bad, but it's hard to say, like, it is painful to like exist in the state that we exist in now. Like, what I think gets misunderstood is people like hear us communicate, like there's this assumption made that it's a state that like we want to be in.
Well, yeah, and the other thing that's painful is this like constant like yearning for like the particular to want to like connect to those particulars in order to validate and reach a more like flowing state of like consistency, like study this, or like do this task that would like give this back. And then also the worst part about it is that the parts that get most adoration are the worst possible statements. And we seem like there is no.
Because
that gets nothing.
I know.
People never mattering. There is no. To me is one of the top 10 collections of words I've ever said. Yeah. And it's like no one's ever like, oh, people are just like, they don't even hear it. Like you can't even hear that. Like there is no. And then you're like, what? And like, but no one even says that. It's crazy to me.
And you know, you're right. That's another thing that like is very bothersome, because it's like that. Like the only things that get latched onto are like the things that you wish you did not say.
Right, and that's like why like philosophy itself is so painful, because it just like it continues, and it's like it's a collection of like the almost there, and or no, it's like the almost there.
I know.
So.
If we want material objects and money for materialistic purposes to attract
Sexy beings.
yeah, would that make females the root of evil, the rise of evil,
like,
or would it be the money?
No, because I never said it was the money or the woman. So I disagree with that whole idea.
Why do we want money though?
No,
to impress the woman?
Once you think
You just assume that we do. I don't want money.
Once
I
you
can care less. Yeah, honestly.
Once you think, okay, here's what I was just saying to him, right? That like the true markings of the subgenius are never like heard. It's like it's so crazy, like I even like Cadillac and like all these people like last like, you know, when I was at like when I was at Cry Help, right? I was like the second coming there. I was on the whole time, just outside like talking like this for like hours. And people would sit around listening to me, and like some of the kids were like super into it, and some would come and then walk away, you know. And like the things that got really like hyped up on, I was always like, wait, I didn't say that, right? Whereas my like true like sort of graffiti like output was like statements like there is no, right? And that never gets me. But no, fucking money, well, that's all nonsense. But why do we want money? Like he says he doesn't want money. Like I still, 90% of my waking time, I would rather have lots of money than not have lots of money, right? But do I really want it? No. But yeah, no, it's like none of it's evil. Like, see.
So if you could have anything you want, what would it be?
Like death, the true death. Like I'm saying, like the space in order to exist.
But that's so easy to.
No, true death. You didn't hear anything I said the whole time I was talking.
Basically, if he could have anything he wants, he would want to want nothing.
Right. No, I would want to like exist in the state that I'm existing in. Like it's like I can't explain it. It's inexplicable. I can't like, you know, like you have to ask the right questions in order for like anything to be said. Like I can't answer those questions anymore. You know, I just gotta like see that's what I was saying the other night, and this is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean. It's like it's not an insult, right? Because you have to understand, like these.
I'm just interested.
No,
it's not even like I'm like searching for validation into
I know
like
you are.
You know what I mean?
I would say that you are an obvious, you know, confident, intelligent human being, right? I do not think of you in a negative way. I'm not trying to say anything negative about you.
Likewise.
I am just trying to like because we as you left we were talking about something, right? And what we were talking about is like sort of like the relationship of like talking or like thinking about these types of things, right? And like being outside of like the academic world, right? And finding philosophy to be so fucking pathetic and physics to be like a joke. And but no, I mean, if I want anything, when I say death, I mean like the Taoist relation of death, like the death of self, not like shoot yourself in the brain, dude. I can't fucking die, dude. I've like done so much crazy shit. You have no idea.
I've tried to die many a times.
Yeah, I'm
once
sure.
you want to die, they don't get to die. Right?
No, dude. I've
physically at least, right?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I know a couple that have. Daniel, that guy was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And he died.
He's
but yeah, for the most part.
Have you met anyone who's committed suicide before? I'm sure.
Tons.
Yeah.
But most of them were fools. But people that are subgenius, they call it, like whatever, like, you know, mystics.
Yeah.
Usually they just suffer. You know, like the people that you hear about usually weren't really that bright. The ones that were like truly fucking schizophrenic, truly bright, you don't hear about them because they just like sat by a tree and like chilled, or they like whatever, like just smoked like fucking hash,
Right.
and like laid down and like got fucking yeah. I mean, obviously it's like if there was like some hot girl right here, and she was like, oh hey, like do you want me to like suck your dick? Like,
it's weird
like,
that
I'd
you're
be
saying
like,
things and
I'd
as
be
I
like,
scroll
oh,
through the
like,
pictures, they're manifested. Like, you know what I mean?
I'd be like, okay, I guess, you know, but like I'm basically over it. I mean, I've had so much sex and like I got like I don't even care about it.
Peep game.
Like
That's 3 in a row.
yeah, wait, what? Well, how was that 3 in a row?
Okay, so peep game.
so
First
much
you say
sex.
about smoking hash. My boy smoking.
Yeah, he shows a
hash
picture of
blunt.
smoking
Oh,
hash.
really?
Just
And then you say,
synchronicity.
and then you're like, hot girl.
I think he's
hot
like
girl.
he's
And then
witnessing
boom, hot girl.
synchronicity.
And
Yeah.
then you said something about sex, and then look at what my boy writes.
It happens very
Yeah,
often.
I can't see it.
S-E-K-S.
Oh yeah.
It's a circumstance that we call synchronicity.
That's pretty. That's some
No, yeah, but it's like
weirdo shit right there, though. That's some out there.
no, I mean that's like the thing. Like
So are you?
the only thing I want to do is like I want to like reach a point. I mean, I do want to collect tickets, money, right? I want to form. I was telling Malcolm this. Like, I want to form like a community of individuals, and I want it to be like a sort of like
profit.
Freemasons.
Like a
Like-
non-profit profit.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I want it to be like it's
The
happening. Like,
non-profit profits. I like that.
well, as I was like getting sober like for 9 months, you know, I sort of started to like see it working, you know. I met this like hedge fund manager, and I met this like producer, and like I've always lived off the gratuity of others, you know, sort of. And then like whenever I get like large sums of money, I just like die. Like I just like spend like 2 months like in a room, like just like taking drugs like till I'm like fucking in a coma. But like now I think I'm like over that, you know. And this last like run into like addiction was just like stupid nonsense. Like I just reacted to a situation, you know.
Yeah.
But like anyway, so money. I mean, to speak like candidly, like yeah, you got to get it, and you got to like fucking
It's
like
a reality.
like
2013, you need money to.
well, and like you know, like even though
Or do you? If survival is like.
no, you don't need it, you know, and you could go to like
I sure as fuck did.
like Northern California
I
and,
want it,
and
Andy.
be a monk. I thought about being a Buddhist monk like a couple of years. I almost did it. I was like this close, right? I found heroin, funnily enough, and instead I became a heroin addict, which is kind of for the first year for me was kind of like being a Buddhist monk, you know.
Yeah.
Like I chilled. I was not harming anybody.
You get to choose your emotion at any given time.
Yeah, exactly.
You get to control
You just
your
lay down.
feelings for
I just like laid down and listened to music and like play guitar. Like I didn't like hurt anybody. I wasn't like I didn't hustle. I just had money and or someone gave it to me. I never was like. And then eventually, you know, I got arrested and got like weird.
Well, it's your main purpose for heroin is to
Right.
use heroin, you know, and that's
Yeah.
basically all you get around to doing, you know, it becomes your solo,
Yeah.
your existence is.
So like,
more,
you know,
So listen, we should hit breakfast in the morning and continue the discussion because I'm tired as fuck.
yeah,
But if you want to
go to bed.
go get dinner up in the morning or some shit.
I don't. Yeah, impossible. I don't. We go to coffee or something.
Yeah, we can hit coffee during this coffee. There's a cool little coffee bar like a block that way. It's called.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. The chick that works there is kind of hot too. I'm pretty sure she's chocolate. So who is it, dog? Right? Alright, folks. Good night.
I think that is like
Well,
the
see, and you know what happens is like you end up like sort of, you know, wow.
it is exactly what you said. What happens is that it's not that it's any different than either of us. We like enter states where we're able to like we enter states where it's understood and comprehended, and then we try to communicate those states. And what happens is that like maybe sometimes it's understood and comprehended, but the second they walk away, it no longer is, or it's forgotten.
Well, and it doesn't matter at all because I'm not like because I'm trying. He doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Like he's asking, "Do I want money?" Or do you want money? And you're like, "No." I'm like, "No."
That's what I mean. Like it's
But it's like-
categorized into such a
But
small window.
All I'm doing right now, or all I've been doing for the last 11 months, and I failed, is like trying to get myself in a mindset to like create like, you know, a functioning like set of.
Well, yeah.
To, like do something like that I enjoy or whatever it is, and it's obviously like it's very stimulating.
Mhm.
You know, because it's kind of like being a kid. It's like playing. It's like playing with your mind.
That's true. Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
And it's easier to do for some reason when you're around people that you know are listening to you rather than when you're by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me though, like when I'm on like elliptical or something, or like sometimes walking, like you know, I enjoy doing that just as much. But what I was saying to him, which he didn't hear me, but like I'm saying like the reason why I don't want to do that anymore is because it's like the same thing as doing drugs, kind of, and like, well, that's not the right way to put it. Like, it's like I'm trying to like spend my time in a certain way in order to like get our music done.
Well, yeah,
right?
it's like conserve energy, and
Because I don't want to like just write songs that I think that that are good, and a few people are like, oh, those are amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and waste my time. Like I want to like have that like create money and like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I actually just want to like have a like comfortable room to live in.
Yeah.
With like not loud noises around me unless I choose them.
Actually, I'm
Actually, see, I should have. See, I had a feeling too about you. I see, because like me and Kyle are like really good friends, and like when I came in, I was like, I knew him, but I was like, and I walked through, and then we looked in your room, and he said like, oh, like Alex, he always has the TV on, and so I was like, oh, I guess I'd rather be in a room without a TV in it. Literally, that was my decision, right? And then the other guy like snored or something. So then finally,
Where are you sleeping?
I'm sleeping right here.
Oh, okay.
You're sleeping right there,
Yeah.
right? And you just got a roommate. And then Brad and you seem to be like the most, like mellow, like cool people. And then Joe, is like a wild one. But I mean, he's like funny, and obviously he's like intelligent guy. He's just like like people in LA, they're like they got all this like gimmicky like energy, like this like crew, part of this crew, it's like I'm a gangster, it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's not you.
I relate to that one sentiment though, that
Well,
like if there is a desire, it's a desire to like bring together a collection of people that can understand like said concepts.
Well, yeah, and to
I'll play
like get
back in
them
2
to like
seconds.
pay
I'm gonna
money.
go
That too.
out front. I'm gonna
Well, yeah.
do it on my side and I'll play.
It's getting late.
Okay, I'll play in a second. Bye.
I have to be up super early too, because the dentist. 47 minutes, 50 miles. Or no, 47 miles, 50 minutes.
Yeah, 'cause it's like 43 from my parents' house. Funny, it's only probably 15 more miles than it is Long Beach.
I know. No, it's a little more actually, because I had to go. I had to go like 30 miles on the 110. Or no, sorry, yeah. 15 miles on the 110, and then like 9 miles on the 101 or something.
No, well, yeah, but
And that's like 20 extra miles right there.
it's not because like okay,
From the point where I
From-
passed your
oh, no,
house
never
on the
mind.
405,
No, it's 30. It's 30.
it's way more.
It's 32 miles from here to Long Beach.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's longer. Wait, that's like late. That's like the worst time to go. 6. Interaction happened, now you just play right here.
Mm-hmm.
Or then he'll play in the room.
Mm-hmm. Those
And-
two seem like relatively easy to live with.
Well, yeah. The only thing about Joe's like he's cool, like he's just like really hyper.
Oh.
So he's like, just like always like doing something. But no, that guy, yeah, actually I like that guy. What's it called? So I'll definitely spend the night. I'll probably stay another day anyway, because then I can sleep in his room. It'd be way better to sleep there now without having to sleep in the front room. But especially, the only reason why it's not great is because I'd sleep, the bed's comfortable, they just wake up. So I'll change room.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be gone, so I'll still have the room, my old room. I'm there. I actually kind of wish that my parents were like more reasonable. They're almost like reasonable enough.
You know
They
what?
were like a year ago, where I would just like I probably would just like stay there for like a while. Or like, I would have just stayed there for like a month, and then rather than come here, looked for a place from there.
Well, this is already happening, it's no
So,
point in
yeah.
talking about.
No, that's what we're talking about. But the only reason why that couldn't happen, even if it could happen, is because the reason why this had to happen is because it actually does, in its own way, prohibit heroin. Not because I care about getting caught. It's because just like it just makes it like more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
In Long Beach, just like, oh yeah, don't sleep in my house.
Like, eventually you don't need those circumstances. Eventually you can get rid of them, but at first you do.
Okay, well, let's just call it. I'll walk you over there.